welcome guys. Thank you for joining me. All right, collective. So let's go ahead and get started with your read. I wasn't feeling the letters or the numbers today. I am getting told tokens, so we are going to we'll do 3 tokens and then we'll get going with the cards. So we got 1, 2, give me 1 more, please. 3. Okay. So I had 3 that popped into my hands. Let's see what we got. So we have the Lover's coin that came out. We have Judgment. And the Star coin. Interesting. So I don't know if somebody's trying to make a judgment call in maybe a lover situation or a romantic or relationship of some sort. So it's not even romance sometimes. Sometimes that Lover's coin, the Lover's card, it just speaks about a relationship where a choice needs to be made. See, door to spirit. What else is going on here? Woman holding a coin. Action. There's the 4th chakra. That is the heart chakra that does speak to relationships. Action. Somebody's trying to make a choice. Somebody's trying to make a choice about something to do with a relationship. Door to spirit. I know where door to spirit fits in. I wonder if spirit's trying to send somebody a message, or if they feel like their intuition is going off about something. Maybe it's a red flag and they need to be listening to it. We do have attachment. Okay. Attachment is usually not a positive card that comes forward. So I keep getting pulled back to look at woman holding a coin when I look at attachment. I do feel like somebody is attached to most likely a karmic. Okay, red flags are going off though. Their spidey senses are tingling. Intuition is saying, get the hell out of here. Intuition is saying there's something wrong. This person is not who they say they are. Or they're up to no good. Their intuition is absolutely right. They are warning them about a karmic. Let's see, we have hostilities. Yin and yang. I'm going to grab a couple more here. Storm warning popped out too. Okay. 1 more. We need 1 more card here. 1 more, please, tarot. Actually, I'm going to take the 3 that popped forward. Blossoming abundance. Happy family. And the 1st chakra, the base chakra. I gotta tell you, especially with that yin and yang, I keep feeling like somebody thinks it's like a or like a soulmate kind of romance. Like we got a soulmate connection. There's a deeper connection. My intuition is telling me that something's wrong, or there's these red flags, or somebody's not on the up and up. But my heart says this person should be my soulmate, or I have some deep soul connection. So I'm going to ignore my intuition and I'm going to keep going with this person. Hostilities though. I don't like, there's arguing here too. This is not all smooth sailing. I know I got this happy family card. I'm feeling like roller coaster ride in this relationship. Whatever this is a lot of ups and downs. A lot of like when there's fighting, there is fighting. Like it gets loud. But then when everybody makes up, we have like this happy family card and everything feels like it's okay. And it sort of reiterates that yin and yang, and that we have this deep connection. We have the soulmate connection. This is meant to be. And then inevitably something happens and we go back to hostilities and everybody's at each other's throats and it's this big negative thing. And I feel like this back and forth. And this is part of the red flags that spirit is bringing forward. This is part of what spirit's trying to tell somebody in like shaking that intuition bell and like, hey, pay attention. This is not something that you build stability on. Pay attention, this person is a karmic. They might be doing this on purpose to prevent this relationship from ever getting deeper or ever going farther. This is toxic for you, you know? But I feel like when it's good, it's good. And that's what part of what makes this person try to forget about the negative times is because of how they feel when things are going good. It's like that's what they want to live in all the time. And so that's what they're holding on to hope for, that it's going to turn into that somehow this karmic person is going to change, this situation is going to change, and it's just going to become that blossoming abundance, happy family time all the time. I gotta tell you, the energy I get from that woman holding a coin, that karmic, there is like 0 emotional connection, okay? There is like 0 caring, empathetic, emotional connection. This is somebody who has other motives in life. It's somebody who has other focuses, most likely money. It's very selfish, it's very arrogant, it's very self-centered. And this is why everything comes back around to hostilities too. It does have to do with their behavior. Words, I'm being told the words that this person says. They say cruel things. They say mean things. They egg on the arguments. So they always send it to hostilities. I actually feel like they use words to bring it back the other way too. This is a cycle that this person drives. This karmic is the driving force behind this cycle. I gotta tell you, storm warning, a lot of times I feel like it's like, hey, pay attention. This is something big and crazy is coming. I just feel like this is a storm. This is just always a storm. It always comes back around. It just swirls round and round and round, and it never settles down. It never goes away. It never gets better. It's just always coming back around. This is just a cycle that keeps going around. So that attachment card is absolutely right. This is a toxic attachment for somebody. Very toxic effect in their life. I do believe that they're going to have a judgment call to make here, just like that judgment coin says about this relationship. I need a tarot deck for this read. This is the one that's calling to me. I'm going to shuffle everybody over here. Let's see what we got. So, tarot, can you please give me more? Thank you. Clarification on what's going on here. And the one that came flying out was the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands did come sideways. It can represent a lot of different things. I'm being told the word move. This is somebody's judgment call. Somebody's trying to figure out whether to move on from this. This is why it fell out sideways. It has not made its mind up yet. So somebody hasn't decided which way they're going to go. They haven't decided if they're going to step away from this. I feel like they keep telling themselves, like when it's bad, they're like, this is crazy. I got to walk away from this person. This person's crazy. This is insane. I don't want to live like this. They're always starting fights. They're fucking mean to me. They're da-da-da-da-da-da. And then this karmic comes kind of like slithering back in. And again, they use words. They use words to manipulate somebody back into that happy family feeling, back into that blossoming abundance feeling. And then we get back into starting this cycle again. So somebody's very much in that indecision, right? Because like I said, when it's good, it feels good. Somebody feels like their needs are being met. They feel like they have a great partner. They feel a lot of happiness. They feel a lot of fulfillment until we get back into the negative part of the cycle again. So exactly, indecision about moving on. Indecision about leaving this in the past and moving on and moving forward. The Chariot card. The Chariot card is about moving on and moving forward too. I got two of them next to each other. I don't think that's the last one that's going to pop out in this deck that encourages this person in taking action and stepping forward. I tell you, even in the action card, there's horses. Horses represent freedom. I see independence is most likely the way to go for this person if they're wanting to be free of these negative hostilities. But like I said, I know their heart is attached. I know they feel like they have some sort of deep connection to this person, whether they call it soulmate, whether they call it twin flame, whatever they want to call it, divine masculine, divine feminine. It's dysfunctional and it's toxic. And it will never give this person that blossoming abundance, happy family feeling all the time. It will forever be in this cycle. It will forever be a toxic effect in their life. I grab a few more here. I know it's probably not what somebody wants to hear, but it is the absolute truth. King of Swords. Yeah. Like this King of Wands. King of Wands, he just can't figure out which way he wants to go because his heart is telling him one thing, but his intuition is telling him something different. Like he knows the red flags. He knows the red flags. He knows this is crazy. Every time they go through this cycle where they're back to hostilities and possibly breaking up, it's like, oh my God, what was I doing with this person? Now I see clearly this was never supposed to be. But then the person comes slithering back and gets them all tangled up, gets the King of Wands all tangled up again in those words, in those thoughts, in those feelings, gets them so confused that they reel back into it. And this person might use sexuality to do it as well, to bring this person back in, to bring the King of Wands back into this and sort of under their thumb. It is a control thing. It is a manipulation thing. Four of Wands. The Hangman. I don't know if this King of Wands is thinking marriage with this person. I keep getting the marriage vibe off of that Four of Wands. It doesn't always represent that. A lot of times it'll represent sort of stability, building for the future. And I do feel like this King of Wands does want stability. Stability in a partner, stability in home life, stability in a partnership, sort of like that kind of situation. I'm going to tell you that Hangman is telling me they will never have it as long as they stay in this cycle. They can achieve this in their life. They most definitely can achieve this in their life, but not with this karmic. Not with this karmic. Absolutely not. There's the Six of Pentacles, even give and take. And they are getting breadcrumb. That's part of the cycle too, is that this karmic is breadcrumbing them with like just enough affection, just enough of whatever to keep them around. Then they feel like it's getting too close or it's getting too serious, which is not what this karmic wants. They go back to hostilities. They pick fights. They cause a big shit show, this big storm warning, so that everybody splits apart. And they take it right back to square one and then come slithering back and start breadcrumbing again. It's just like it's that cycle. It's that cycle to keep going. So there's something that this karmic is achieving from this relationship. I don't know if this is finances, if this is housing, if this is sex, or just having someone there to live the drama with them. Because I feel like they don't really get that this is stressful. Okay, this King of Wands is stressed out by this. This cycle of on again, off again, now we're in love, now we're fighting. Like, this is confusing, this is stressful, this is a roller coaster. I reach over into the energy of this karmic, and all I pick up is that, like, this is just normal. This is just the way it is. Like, I don't get somebody who goes like, man, this is nuts. Like, we got to figure out a way through this so that we can have happiness all the time. No, this person likes the drama. I don't know if this is kind of how they were raised and it was kind of normalized to them in some way, shape, or form, or if they see it a lot and I don't know, like social media, and you watch like all the celebrity romances and they're crazy as shit and everybody's going through crazy stuff. There's something about this dynamic that they feel is completely normal, which is why they have no intention of changing. It works for them. They feel like this is what they want. This is where it's at. They would be happy to stay like this for a good long while. So that's why I'm telling this King of Wands, you are not going to get your loving, caring connection, your marriage connection, your stability for the future from this karmic. Because this karmic is not capable of giving it. They're not. It's not like they're this evil person who says, I'm going to screw you over and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's just, this is not something they're capable of giving. It's not like they are and they're holding it back. They can't do it. They can't give you what you're looking for. Page of Cups, Emperor. They're like that page energy. They're lower vibrational energy. Part of what this karmic does want, and I was wondering that too, and I was kind of asking my spirit guides to bring it forward through the tarot cards. It is to be financially looked after. This karmic does not really want to have to work. They don't want to have to be responsible for all the bills. They want to be able to go shop and buy whatever they want. That is part of why they keep this King of Wands around. This King of Wands does make, I don't think they're rich, but they make money. This person works. This person has that stability, that steadiness in a career and a paycheck. And that is part of what's attracting this karmic in. This karmic is kind of using that. They're trying to be like this Nine of Pentacles energy. A lot of times it's like the minor arcana version of the Empress. It's a very positive card. It's awesome about feeling good about yourself and personal growth and all that great stuff. All I can see in this card, I see it connected to the Karmic's card. So I get pulled to look at that one. And then I see a lone figure who has many, many pentacles and who is independent, who is spending all the pentacles. So she doesn't want a connection to somebody. This karmic doesn't want this connection to the King of Wands. This karmic wants independence. They want financial support so that they can go spend how they want. They can live a lavish lifestyle. They can wear fancy clothes. They can go and get their hair done. They can drive a nice car, live in a nice home. I wouldn't be surprised if they continuously overspend, and that's part of what drives the hostilities, or has been part of what's driven the hostilities in the past and sort of the arguments. So they're looking for a fucking sugar daddy. That's what the Emperor is representing here. This person is looking for a sugar daddy who's going to look after them, who's going to financially look after them, who's going to accept what little they have to offer, which, like I said, I feel like there's a good piece of it is sex. Because there is no emotions coming from this person. Like if our King of Wands has a really bad day and something bad happened to him, I don't feel like this karmic is like, man, come sit down and tell me about it. I love you. I want to hear all about it. You can lean on my shoulder. This karmic's like, oh yeah, that sucks. I'm going to go buy something now. Like there is no empathy there. I don't feel emotions. I don't feel deep emotional connections with this karmic. They're not going to give it to this King of Wands. And that is what this King of Wands wants at the end of the day. They want that person who they can always count on, right? Thick and thin. Even when their back's against the wall, they got somebody there for them. Somebody who cares for their emotional well-being. Somebody who will emotionally invest in them. Because that's what they're trying to give to this person too. Wish fulfillment. But I'm sorry, this karmic is only looking out for number one. Same with the Nine of Cups. I even see it in there. Somebody who's just looking to fulfill their own wishes. There's one figure in there with all those cups, and that is that karmic. That karmic just wants that, and they're coming forward again as a page. Little page, looking for an offering, have very little to offer themselves. They've come forward twice as a page. Like, no emotions. Don't have much to bring to the table emotionally. Don't have anything to bring to the table financially. Just looking to take. This karmic is absolutely a taker. And like I said, deep down, this King of Wands knows. This King of Wands knows exactly what this person is, that this dynamic is not going to change, which is why they're even entertaining the idea of walking away. But it's this emotional attachment. It's this dysfunctional sort of cycle they've gotten into. And it might be a bit of codependence here, but it's unhealthy. And they know it's unhealthy. They do know it's unhealthy. Their intuition is going off. The Five of Swords. They know they're with somebody who is dishonest. They know they're with somebody who's looking for money, who's willing to use them for money, because they've already felt very used. Like I said, like every time this comes to an end, every time this comes to a big head, and I feel like there's a bit of separation here. So he's like, man, what was I doing with this person? What was I doing with this karmic? I keep getting my heart broken. This person's using me. This person's not investing in me. Like that's when they find their clarity, is when they have that physical separation. But every time I can see this karmic, and it's like this. This is how this energy comes back into their life. That's why I feel slithering. They slither back in. It's very negative, very dark, very negative. Like this person is just very manipulative. And I think it's absolutely normal to be like this in relationships. They find this relationship and the dynamic they've created within it completely acceptable. So this karmic won't change. This will forever be drama. This will forever be chaos. This will forever be a friggin' roller coaster ride. And this karmic is like the devil card. This karmic is that destructive, manipulative force that will keep this King of Wands from finding what they're truly after in life. They're a time waster. They're a time waster, and they're worse than a time waster, because this karmic is going to add some emotional baggage to this person. And we're going to have to start unpacking that. And then we're going to have to heal our heart. And then we're going to have to learn to trust somebody again, which is going to be extremely tough for this King of Wands. I see this as something that they will struggle with in the future, trusting the motives of others. But the longer this carries on, the more baggage they're going to get to. The more baggage they accumulate. Every time they go through another run of this, they accumulate more heavy baggage. And it's going to take longer and longer to heal. The King of Cups. The Moon card. I'm going to tell you, even in the Moon card, I get pulled back to Door to Spirit. This is their intuition. This is their intuition talking to them, revealing these innermost secrets that their subconscious is very aware of. They know this dynamic is unhealthy for them. They know emotionally they're never going to get what they want from this person. They're just really having trouble stepping back from that emotional time, stepping back from the positive memories, stepping away from that and seeing the reality of the cycle. And that it's not going to change. Really looking at this person with clear eyes and no filter, no emotional filter, no filter of memories when things are positive, just looking at the facts and looking at it for what it is. I feel like if they can do that, it'll make their choice a lot easier, or at least a lot clearer. It's probably not going to be easier, but it will be a lot clearer to know exactly what they have to do. Because I think deep down, this king already knows that this is something unhealthy for them and it's something they're going to have to step away from. But it is up to them. It is absolutely up to them. Interesting, the Strength card came flying out, but it came flying out sideways too. I'll plunk it there. This person's struggling with finding the inner strength of breaking free from this toxic cycle. The King of Pentacles. I feel a lot of self-confidence and self-empowerment that comes from this King of Pentacles, but it's next to the Seven of Cups. This is a choice that somebody has to make. They have to choose to empower themselves. They have to choose to love and value themselves enough to not let other people take advantage of them, enough to not allow toxicity in their life. They have to respect themselves enough to step away from a situation that they know deep down is absolutely toxic. The Six of Wands moving, or Six of Swords moving away. We got two cards right next to each other about stepping away, about cutting ties, about leaving the past behind, stepping away from a partnership and allowing your heart to heal. Allowing your heart the space and the time to heal. So I feel like as somebody gets more and more space from this toxic energy, clarity is going to be a lot easier to find, because as long as this karmic is around, I keep seeing slithering too. It's just how they use words too. It's hard for somebody to not get confused. So like the more space and alone time this king figure has, the easier this is going to be to make a choice, to see the clarity of what it is they need to do, even though it's the hard thing. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy choice to make, but they're going to be able to see it, that this person is burdens. This person is going to stop them from finding their Ten of Cups. This person will never offer them the emotional connection that they're looking for, because this person's just not capable of it. This karmic is not capable. This is not something that they have to give to anybody. So if they sit around and they make promises, they can't pay out on those promises. They can't make good on them because they just don't have it in them. They're not capable of doing it. The Knight of Swords. I feel like when things get brought up to, this karmic gets angry, as I just keep seeing the cycle here. Burdens, then the Ten of Cups and everything's happy, then somebody shuts down emotionally, and then there's a big freaking argument all over again. And I have the High Priestess next to the Nine of Swords, so I know somebody's feeling anxiety. I know somebody's feeling sadness. I know somebody's struggling with making this choice. The High Priestess, again, is that intuition. You know what you need to do. Recognize the red flags. Set all the other stuff aside. Recognize what your intuition is telling you. Recognize the red flags. And be able to follow through and look after yourself emotionally. That Knight of Cups, that is giving to yourself emotionally. Standing up for yourself emotionally. The Sun card. You're going to have to find your own blessings here. You're going to have to be your own guiding light. You're going to have to be your own white knight to step away from this. To step away from this sneaky energy. The Seven of Swords is this karmic. This is this sneaky slithering energy that's very manipulative. That's very low vibrational. Ten of Swords. And the Two of Cups. And that Ten of Swords is about an ending. And a lot of times it's a very disappointing ending. And it's a very hurtful ending. But it's one that benefits somebody in the long run. I have it sitting right next to the Two of Cups. This person, this karmic, did not come into your life by accident. Did not come into this king's life by accident. This happened for a reason. And I do believe, at least in part, this reason was to help this king find their self-confidence, find their empowerment, stand up for themselves, and not allow anybody to treat them in this manner. This is about this person finding their assertiveness, standing up for themselves, taking back charge of their life, not being manipulated, finding their inner strength, finding their inner power. That is why this karmic came into this person's life, but it's up to this person to learn this lesson for themselves. The Knight of Pentacles. I need a couple more here. Ooh. And the cards are going a little crazy. That one needs to come out too. Interesting. I do have that Tower card. I do have the Five of Cups. So I don't know if these two energies are separated at the moment. If they are, this is a golden opportunity for this person to give themselves that space. Like I said, I can feel in the cards, the longer they have space away from this karmic, the clearer their thoughts become. They don't have somebody poisoning their thoughts. They don't have somebody manipulating their thoughts. The more distance there is, the longer they have without talking to this person, the more they find themselves. The more they can find that clarity, the more they can start trusting their intuition, setting aside all the other stuff, whether they feel like it's soulmate connection, whatever that is, and start really focusing on the truth of it. And the truth of it is, this is toxic. This is unhealthy, and this will forever continue in this cycle until somebody steps away. This is the dynamic that these two people will always have in a relationship. So if this King of Wands, King of Pentacles energy, if he's looking for something deeper, if he's looking for a more even give and take and a 10 of cups kind of happiness, connection, and stability, he will never find it with this person, and he needs to go find it with somebody else. And I think, like I said, I think he knows that. His intuition's going off, just really having trouble setting the emotional part aside and looking really clearly and honestly at the situation. If this person can do this, I think they're going to be able to move on and move forward. And to be able to look after themselves, that's the message that Tarot's bringing forward. Look after yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and don't allow people into your bubble who will disrespect you or run this game on you. Alrighty guys, have a great day.